Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and other peeps from the cult. I welcome you back into the lower bracket finals on the 7th of March of 2026, and we are looking at mirror matchup in the lower bracket finals, which is going to be best of 3 between these two guys. And you're looking at the main base of ClickMan, which is the pink colored Terran player here on the right top corner of White Rabbit LE, and he is playing against HollowDosE, which is Terran player, the orange colored Terran player here on the left bottom corner. Yeah, these guys have been throughout all the stuff, all the bracket season, everything, all the tournaments, like top-notch Terran players so far as I know. I believe at least the ClickMan seems like to be having his higher MMR-ish kind of things, and HollowDosE is a bit lower than that. The CV of HollowDosE is now checking out the thirds. Can you a channel page thing so we can pick a song you listen to? No. Answer is no. Answer is no. No. Nope. This is not how it happens. We don't have that. It's not the I don't have the Spotify. This is all monstercat, which is completely different kind of thing. Well, kind of similar, but it's different. There is a bug on the cast button where it leads to reset some score, so just avoid it. Wow, okay, technical issues, my bad. I've been pressing it intensively, so that's the problem. Okay, I see. So I've been causing problems. Well, nevertheless, here comes the Reaper of the HollowDosE, and it has arrived in the base where there is no Reaper, but there is double Marine, which is getting rid of that, and the opening is going to be once again barracks with the reactor, tech lab, factory with the tech lab, and starport here from ClickMan. Meanwhile, on opposite side we have barracks with the tech lab. We are going for marauders with concussive shells, and we are going for the factory with the tech lab, which might mean that there will be siege tank production on both sides. But first it's gonna be Cyclone over here. I solemnly swear not to press any more buttons on the thing page, on the whatsoever. What it was called? It was the systems bracket page. Anyways, here we have the switch of the starport getting reactor to get the medivac. So that looks like going to be some 2 medivac drop, one with 2 siege tanks and one with marines to the main base, probably of HollowDosE. Meanwhile, HollowDosE is he's producing his own siege tank. He has 3 marauders and Cyclone over here for defensive purposes. He's doing tech lab, switching tech lab for the starport, and he is building a reactor on his barracks. The medivacs have been loaded, and they are tasked to fly to the opposite side of that. The siege tank is out, and it's been sieged in natural. The Cyclone is here, patrolling the possibility of medivac drops, which eventually is going to be the place that they're gonna arrive, because that's where the medivacs are right now flying into from. And yeah, we have 3 marauders, we have Raven coming up, we have two marines, and siege tank somewhere over here. The Cyclone did see or scout the information. The siege tank, one siege tank actually is on bottom ground. The boys are being pulled, the SCVs are being pulled to shut down the siege tank over here, but the other siege tank meanwhile is shelling away. That's both siege tanks actually gone down here for the ClickMan, and there is 2 siege tanks and Cyclone over here successfully defended the aggression. That's 8 SCVs actually going down for the HollowDosE over here. And yeah, the medivacs with lost army pretty much, but alive medivacs are flying back home. Well, the natural is not finished here for the ClickMan, for sure. The HollowDosE has finished the natural and he has a lot bigger saturation. At least it feels like it, but the numbers is saying 28 workers to 27, so that's not that big. So those SCVs lost, I guess, were worth it, I would say. And definitely, yeah, the minerals have been more lost here by the HollowDosE in defender's position. He lost Raven, he lost... what else he lost? Jesus, it's like 3 Marauders, Reaper, 8 SCVs, Supply Depot, Raven. Oh, versus 2 Siege Tanks and 5 Marines, so that's not as big. But there are 2 more Medivacs joining in, and that's a lot more Marines. HollowDosE is scanning pretty much, he sees the army, and ClickMan is checking if actually the opponent has arrived at his doorstep. He's actually building the 3rd base right now, but the worker advantage here is for the HollowDosE. He has not started the 3rd yet. Eventually that's might be a little bit trouble. He's asking Baya. They are having some chatter over here. Yeah, the ClickMan is usually well known for his mech, so I would understand the surprise from HollowDosE that his tech of choice is actually go for Bio, which means Marines, Marauders, Medivacs, and some Siege Tanks. And yeah, that is what HollowDosE is supposed to be checking down. The ClickMan starts his 1-1. He has Medipacks researching. Has he gotten the Steam? Yes, he has the Steam upgrade already. Meanwhile, the HollowDosE is going for Steam and the health packs for the Marines, and he has actually finished his 3rd, which I didn't notice, as an orbital, and he is going to land it well. He has the 6 worker advantage right now. He has 1 Marine in the front, he has 3 Siege Tanks well positioned over here, but that's a big force coming from the ClickMan over here. He has like 20-ish kind of Marines. It's 27 Marines and 1 Siege Tank with 5 Medivacs on top, or 6, 5 Medivacs, and there comes 1 more Siege Tank and some Marines over here. The 1-1 is being researched also from the HollowDosE. His army is also getting joined by more Medivacs. That's 4 Medivacs and a lot of Marines, obviously, which are coming up. Still, there is some production being made. There is a split drop over here, which is a fake dropout. The Cyclone spots it, but the actual push is coming from the right side, so this was a bait, which HollowDosE did not fall for. There is 2 Siege Tanks which are shelling away the things. One of them, the defensive Siege Tank, goes down. The HollowDosE lifts the orbital and flies it away, probably to position to the opposite side. That would be probably smart. No, he's not moving it further. He has triple Siege Tanks here, which is more actually than the attacker has, the ClickMan. So the question is, what's it gonna be? Well, the Siege Tanks are evacuated, and exactly HollowDosE is moving to the opposite side of the map to put down the 3rd base over here, which was, I believe, spotted by this Medivac over this side. And these Medivacs are picking up the troops and hiding in the corner for the reinforcements which are coming over the map right now. There is some Marauders mixed in. The 1-1 has finished here for the ClickMan. He has quite a bit of Marine and Marauder force. He has 1 Siege Tank coming. And this time the Siege Tank should be sieged. Not yet. There are actually 2 unsieged over here. There is 1 over here. The scan happens. The reaction is a little bit late, but this Siege Tank was sieged and the attack has been repelled. The Medivacs have been shut down, but meanwhile there is drop in the natural, which is taking 14 SCVs down. The Siege Tanks are also being evacuated, and that's successful strike team taking down the economy to 45 SCVs. Well, I guess some of them were saved because the economy isn't that far back, but the ClickMan has the 3rd base, he's building the 4th base. Meanwhile, this with my HollowDosE has the I think he did catch out one of the medivacs over here successfully, yeah, with the links. He's also going to take the fourth command center, but he will build that on site over here. Meanwhile, he has his third fully saturated, and worker count actually is not big of a difference. Good luck, have fun. Got to go. Thank you, Drupecha, for hopping by and staying around. Hope you are going to have a super nice Sunday for yourself. Nevertheless, it's 2-2 finishing for the ClickMan over here, but yeah, HollowDosE is halfway done with his 2-2 right now. The army supply is in favor of HollowDosE actually, funny enough, but the production I believe is a lot bigger for the ClickMan over here. Well, he's placing down his fourth base right now. There is actually sensor tower being built here, actually two of them. There are some siege tanks scattered around. It's like 2 for the fourth, 2 for the third, and there is 2 with the army basically, but there are 3 siege tanks coming up. Nope, there is one more joining in. There is actually Viking, and the siege tanks are being sieged up. It's 4 versus 3, so it's actually pretty fair trade, I would say. No, but the bottom siege tanks actually are winning. I guess the vision was lost for the bottom ground from the high ground here. That's why the siege tanks did not spot the opposing siege tanks, which is happening now because of the scans. The Vikings have been landed. They were trying to snipe down one of the siege tanks, which didn't happen successfully. Well, ClickMan is building the 5th base and he keeps producing his units. He has 3 more barracks built here at the 3rd base. That's altogether, I believe, an 8 tracks by the Terran player here, which, talking about the Rainers, told that because of the Bane buff, the 8 tracks has gone out of the rotation of the builds in ZVT specifically, so that's a specific thing to know. No, there is 3-3 started by ClickMan right now, but the HollowDosE, even though, yeah, well, he has 5 less workers actually, but there are no siege tanks here for ClickMan for the attack. The HollowDosE has 3 of them over here. There's 2 of them coming here. I think there will be this bait army sitting here in the sensor tower range and just baiting out the attention from the HollowDosE. Meanwhile, the main army, or the resupplying army, medivacs, marines and siege tanks, is going to come here, which I believe HollowDosE is preparing quite well. Well, this army has been moving out and it's going to come here in the middle to strike, but there is one siege tank over here. They were steamed marines. They are going to try to snipe down one of the siege tanks, which they try to successfully do. There is another pack of marines coming in, but there is no siege tanks over here. That's one command center. That's 2 command centers down. One of them was cancelled. The orbital command goes down. That's a 4th base down for the HollowDosE here, and he is going to build the 4th base here at the front. Can he catch out? He can definitely catch out the army. He's not spotting them. And here he catches out. It's 2 siege tanks. They both are sieged up, and it's really good catch here for the HollowDosE for sure. Yeah, the ClickMan is evacuating his forces out basically. The 4th is being healed. There is a sensor tower being built at the front. It's overlapping with this one. That's a 3rd base, which is fully saturated, but ClickMan is choosing to go for 5 more barracks, so it's gonna be huge flood of resupplying army. There is this base building on site. That's like, I believe, number 6. No, yeah, that's number 6 base, and probably there is a 7th command center somewhere around the corner. Well, this marine has denied the 4th base being retaken, or the 5th this time. The siege tanks are sieging up for the marine flood, but these marines are going to take down this siege tank for sure, taking down the sensor tower, and they are coming in. Oh, they are meeting much bigger force here on the opposite side, but the upgrade advantage here by 2 upgrades is for the ClickMan, which is now pushing the 4th down from the HollowDosE, which is going to finish +3 soon, but there is +2 vehicle weapons being researched for the ClickMan. They both have +1 right now, so upgrades are kinda equal, except for +3 bio armor and +2 vehicle weapons really soon. So that's 1 upgrade difference basically right now. Not yet, soon to be, soon TM. Oh, the 4th base is being retaken here by HollowDosE. The production is still kicking on high note here by the ClickMan, and HollowDosE actually decides to push forward with his Steamed Marine force. But yeah, that's caught out here because the production is just more intensive, more numbers, bigger numbers, I would say. So this is right now how many? That's 4, 6, 7. I believe that's seven barracks producing stuff. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, we have 13 barracks and 2 starports providing units. So that's gonna be a lot bigger reinforcement of army. Basically, that's kind of swarmy play right now from the ClickMan, which is just producing the medivacs and marines. That's 14 medivacs in the air for the no, that's 12. Sorry, my bad. 12 for the ClickMan over here. So that's a lot of supply, unfortunately. But yeah, HollowDosE is just flying by and just going for this base harassment. But yeah, definitely ClickMan has more bases over here. HollowDosE is trying to get some workers down with this little harassment group. He has another little group over here. There is the big group over here. That's a huge group from ClickMan. So there's a lot of little groups of army being built. But yeah, ClickMan definitely is maxed out. He has finished +2 vehicle weapons. He has the 3-3. He has a lot more barracks producing units right now. And here comes the push on the left side. And HollowDosE chooses to go for counter-attack, and there is another push on the right side. There's actually planetary here defending, which if the SCVs are pulled to repair could be saved. And it's barely closing. Meanwhile, here on the left side, the 4th base was denied, and HollowDosE actually denied the middle base here from the ClickMan. ClickMan is evacuating his forces, and yeah, this is sandwich a little bit here for the HollowDosE, but yeah, his forces are slowly depleting. Well, there is like personal medivac for each marine here on this side. And GG's called, and ClickMan takes game number 1.